Welcome to the world of rare and valuable United States coins where history meets hidden treasure, and today we are focusing on one of the most popular and collectible coins ever made, the Kennedy half dollar. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, and from the very beginning this coin became special for collectors and the general public alike. Over the years, many Kennedy half dollar coins were saved, kept in drawers, and passed down through families without anyone realizing that some of these coins are now worth a lot of money. In this video we will explore the most valuable Kennedy half dollar coins ever produced, including rare silver issues, low mintage years, special proof coins, and error varieties that collectors are desperately searching for. Some Kennedy half dollars are made of 90% silver, while others contain 40% silver and even a small difference like a missing mint mark, double die, or unusual strike can turn an ordinary looking coin into a highly valuable collectible. Many people think modern coins have no value, but that is not true, because certain Kennedy half dollar coins from specific years and mint locations have sold for huge prices at auctions. This video will help you understand how to identify valuable Kennedy half dollars, what makes a coin rare, how condition affects price, and why collectors are willing to pay big money for these coins. Whether you are new to coin collecting or already have a collection, this guide will give you powerful knowledge that could help you find hidden value in your own coins. So stay with us, watch carefully, and you might discover that a simple Kennedy half dollar in your pocket is actually worth a fortune. Let's get started. First up, the 1995 Kennedy half dollar coin with mint mark P from the United States, a coin that many collectors overlook, yet it holds important historical and collectible meaning. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P mint mark, and the Kennedy half dollar series itself was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The 1995 issue continues this long-running series and represents the modern clad era of United States coinage. This coin is composed of copper nickel layers bonded to a pure copper core, making it different from the earlier silver issues. Even though it does not contain silver, it still has value and interest for collectors, beginners, and long-term investors who appreciate American numismatic history. The 1995 P. Kennedy half dollar was struck in large quantities for circulation during a time when half dollars were not commonly used in everyday transactions. This created an interesting situation where many coins went directly into storage by banks, collectors, and the Federal Reserve rather than being heavily circulated. Because of this, many examples today can be found in relatively high grades, especially uncirculated condition. The official mintage for the Philadelphia Mint in 1995 was very high, which means the coin is not rare in general terms. However, condition rarity plays a very big role in determining its market value and collector demand. When discussing the value of the 1995 Kennedy half dollar B mint mark, it is important to understand grading and condition. A circulated coin with visible wear typically trades close to face value, while an uncirculated coin with strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details can command a higher premium, especially when certified by a professional grading service. Coins graded MS-65 and above are the most desirable among collectors, and prices increase significantly as the grade improves. Gem quality examples are harder to find than many people expect due to bag marks and handling during storage. Another important factor affecting the value of the 1995 P. Kennedy half dollar is the presence of errors or varieties. Error coins such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or misaligned dies can be worth much more than regular examples. Collectors actively search for these unique mistakes because each one is different and adds excitement to a collection. If you believe your coin shows unusual features, it is worth having it examined by an expert or compared carefully with known error examples to determine its authenticity and potential value. The design of the Kennedy half dollar remains one of the most recognizable in American coinage history. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse shows the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo on the 1995 P issue. These designs are well struck and display strong detail, especially on uncirculated coins. Collectors often appreciate the bold appearance of the coin and its large size, which makes it visually impressive compared to smaller denominations. For long-term collectors, the 1995 P. Kennedy half dollar serves as an important date in completing modern Kennedy half dollar sets. Many collectors aim to assemble date and mint mark sets, which include Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco issues, and the 1995 Philadelphia coin is a necessary part of that goal. While it may not be the most valuable coin in the series, its role in completing a full collection gives it steady demand over time, especially among newer collectors entering the hobby. Investment potential of the 1995 Kennedy half dollar P mint mark should be viewed realistically. Since it is a clad coin with high mintage, it is not likely to experience dramatic price increases in the short term. However, high-grade certified examples and notable error coins can perform much better than average examples. Collectors who focus on quality rather than quantity are more likely to see appreciation over time, especially as pristine coins become harder to locate in the future. Storing and preserving your 1995 P. Kennedy half dollar correctly is essential to maintaining its value. Coins should be kept in protective holders, such as flips, capsules, or albums, designed for half dollars, and they should be stored in a cool, dry environment away from moisture and direct sunlight. Cleaning the coin is not recommended, as improper cleaning can permanently damage the surface and significantly reduce its value. Original condition is always preferred by collectors and grading services. Market demand for Kennedy half dollars remains strong due to the enduring legacy of President Kennedy and the popularity of the series among American collectors. The 1995 P issue benefits from this ongoing interest and continues to be bought, sold, and traded at coin shows, online marketplaces, and local coin shops. While it may not be a headline-making rarity, it represents a stable and educational coin for collectors who want to learn grading, set building, and modernist coin history. In conclusion, the 1995 Kennedy half dollar coin with mint mark P from the USA is a meaningful modern collectible that offers value beyond its face amount. When found in high grade or with errors, it is an excellent coin for beginners and seasoned collectors alike, providing historical significance, attractive design, and steady demand for your collection. If you enjoyed this detailed guide and want more in-depth coin value videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more long-form educational content about valuable as coins and hidden treasures in everyday change. Next up, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark from the United States, a coin that marks an important moment in American coin history because it represents the first regular issue Kennedy half dollar struck entirely in copper nickel clad composition after the end of circulating silver half dollars. This change happened during a time of rising metal prices and economic shifts, making the 1971 half dollar a symbol of transition for collectors, beginners, and history lovers alike. This coin features the famous portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the presidential seal on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. And even though it does not contain silver, its story value and collector interest remains strong to this day. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not use a mint mark on most coins from this era. Millions of these coins were struck to meet circulation demand, and because of that, many examples were used in everyday commerce. However, finding well-preserved pieces today is becoming more difficult, especially those with strong luster, clean surfaces, and minimal marks. Collectors often look for coins that appear close to how they left the mint because condition plays a huge role in determining value and desirability. When talking about value, it is important to understand that most 1971 no mint mark Kennedy half dollars in circulated condition are generally worth close to face value, meaning 50 cents to slightly more. However, uncirculated examples can be worth several dollars, depending on overall eye appeal and grading by professional services. Coins graded in high mint state levels can command higher prices, especially if they show sharp details, frosty luster, and no major bag marks. This is why collectors are encouraged to carefully examine their coins before assuming they are common. One exciting area for collectors is the possibility of errors and varieties in the 1971 Kennedy half dollar series. These can include off-center strikes, double dies, clip planchets, or weak strikes. Errors can significantly increase the value of the coin, sometimes by many times its normal worth. Because error coins are unique and Scarce if you believe your coin shows unusual features. It may be worth consulting a knowledgeable collector or professional grading service for authentication. The historical context of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar adds to its appeal after the removal of silver from circulating half dollars in 1970. Many Americans stopped using half dollars regularly, leading to hoarding and reduced circulation. This made the 1971 issue part of a new era where half dollars were more often saved than spent, and as a result many coins remained in mint condition, stored in rolls and bags, which today creates a wide range of available conditions for collectors to choose from. Collectors who focus on Kennedy half dollars often try to complete full date and mint sets, and the 1971 no mint mark coin is an essential part of that journey. Even though it is not rare, it represents the starting point of the copper nickel era, and completing a set brings satisfaction and historical continuity to any collection. Beginners often start with this coin because it is affordable, accessible, and easy to find, making it a great entry point into the world of us coin collecting. Proper storage and care of your 1971 Kennedy half dollar can help preserve its value over time. Coins should be kept in protective holders away from moisture, heat, and direct handling. Touching the surface can leave fingerprints that may reduce grade and value. Always handle coins by the edges and store them in a cool, dry place. This simple care can make a noticeable difference, especially if the coin is uncirculated or near mint condition. Market demand for Kennedy half dollars tends to rise during periods of increased interest in us history and presidential memorabilia, while prices for common dates like 1971 may not skyrocket. They remain stable, and collectible long-term value is often influenced by overall condition, rarity of errors, and collector trends, so holding onto high quality examples can be a smart choice for those who enjoy collecting with patience and long-term appreciation in mind. If you are new to collecting or just discovering half dollars in old drawers or inherited collections, take the time to research and learn about grading, mint marks, and composition. Knowledge is the most powerful tool a collector can have, and understanding what you own makes the hobby more enjoyable and rewarding. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark may seem ordinary at first glance, but its story connects directly to American history and monetary change. If you enjoy learning about valuable and historical coins like the 1971 Kennedy half dollar and want more detailed guides, tips, and discoveries, make sure to support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing these videos with fellow collectors. Your support helps bring more deep dives, rare coin stories, and value guides to the community, so stay tuned, keep collecting, and never overlook the hidden history in your pocket change. Next up, the 1990 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark is a coin that was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and it represents an important era in modern American coinage because this coin was produced for circulation and also for collectors who saved rolls and bags hoping for future value. And this half dollar is made of a copper nickel clad composition with an outer layer of copper nickel bonded to a pure copper core, which gives the coin its familiar silver-like appearance while not containing actual silver, and many people still confuse it with earlier silver Kennedy half dollars, which makes this coin interesting for beginners and new collectors who are just starting their journey in United States coin collecting. When you look at the obverse of the 1990 Kennedy half dollar, you see the strong profile of President John F. Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the details on most circulated examples are still quite sharp because these coins did not circulate heavily in daily commerce, and many were pulled aside by the public and stored away at home, and the date 1990 is clearly visible along with the word liberty and the national motto, which adds to the historic and patriotic feel of the coin, even though it was made decades after the silver era ended. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find the presidential seal featuring the heraldic eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, which symbolize peace and strength, and this reverse design by Frank Gasparo has remained consistent for many years, making the Kennedy half dollar one of the most recognizable large denomination coins in the United States, and collectors often enjoy comparing different years to spot small changes in strike quality, luster, and overall eye appeal. The value of a 1990 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark in circulated condition is usually close to its face value, meaning it is worth about $50 cents to $1 depending on where and demand and in uncirculated condition. Taken directly from mint rolls, these coins can be worth a bit more, often ranging from $2 up to $5, especially if the coin has strong luster, no marks, and attractive surfaces. And coins graded by professional services in higher mint state levels can bring higher prices from dedicated collectors. One important thing collectors search for is errors and varieties, and while the 1990 Kennedy half dollar is not famous for major errors, there can still be minor minting mistakes, such as off-center strikes, clip planchets, or double details, which can increase the value significantly. And finding such an error requires careful inspection under good lighting and magnification, which makes coin roll hunting an exciting activity for many hobbyists. Another factor that affects value is condition, and coins that have never been spent often show brilliant mint luster, sharp details, and clean fields, and these are the coins that collectors prefer for albums or grading submissions, while heavily circulated examples with scratches and dull surfaces are generally kept as fillers or spent again. And learning how to grade coins properly is a key skill that can help collectors understand the true worth of what they have. The mintage of the 1990 Kennedy half dollar from Philadelphia was quite high, with tens of millions of coins produced, which explains why the coin is common today and easily found in collections and dealer inventories, and this large supply keeps prices affordable, making it a great entry-level coin for new collectors who want to build a complete date set of Kennedy half dollars without spending a lot of money. For long-term collecting, the 1990 Kennedy half dollar still holds educational and historical value because it represents the continuation of a beloved coin series, honoring a popular president, and many collectors believe that well-preserved modern coins could see increased interest in the future as older generations pass and new collectors seek high-quality examples from the late 20th century. If you are collecting these coins, it is best to store them properly in coin holders, foils, or albums to protect them from scratches, moisture, and fingerprints. And keeping coins in a stable, dry environment will help preserve their condition and potential value over time. And never clean your coins, because cleaning can permanently damage the surface and reduce collector interest. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1990 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark and want to learn more about valuable coins, rare errors, and hidden treasures still found in circulation, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with fellow coin lovers, because every subscription helps the channel grow and brings you more detailed videos about United States coins that could be worth much more than you expect.